Hey guys, so haven't been able to work on this for a couple days now. There was tons of snow here, like a foot of snow, and the last couple days it's been minus 20, so a bit too cold in my garage, and I've been busy and whatnot. But I was also waiting on this. It's the hose, the barbecue I got didn't come with a propane hose, sadly, so I had to look for one with a regulator on it, not just an adapter. And they can get pretty pricey, so I went to Canadian Tire, Home Depot, Lowe's. I went all over the place looking for one that was long enough, because I can't have that propane tank too close to the fire pit, like minimum 4 feet, and 4.5 feet I think is what I got, because anything higher than that gets really expensive. So I found this on Amazon for 29 bucks. Which was really nice because like in Canadian Tire something similar would be like 49, 50 bucks. So yeah, basically what it does is it attaches to this came off the side burner on one of the side grills of the barbecue, and it attaches right into the bottom of that. And since it's a side burner, there's two inputs, one like with the propane, one for the propane bar, which I don't need anymore. You know that bar I was showing you guys in the first video? I don't need that anymore because I'm using the side burner. And there's an extra hole here, so I just I grabbed a fitting off an old barbecue parts in my basement, and I just kind of plugged it so that the propane won't be coming out of this, because that's a big no-no. Anyway, so this fits in right into the burner and the barbecue, and I'm going to try and make a case to enclose this, and then the dial goes on this right here. But yeah. So we'll get to that right away. So I went ahead and screwed the little propane tubing thing to the side panel of the burner from the barbecue. It was like right there. But so what I'm gonna do is this is kind of gonna this needs to fit in like that. So see how this is like kind of loose? I want to basically figure out a way to kind of mount this onto this fire pit here. So the tube there can stick out of the mount, but I'm gonna have to figure out a way to kind of make this smaller, because as it is right now it kind of looks a bit dumb. So I might be cutting off the sides and figuring out how to make it kind of small and compact, because I don't want it sticking out of the barbecue that much. Okay, so I went ahead and cut this, cut the sides off of this, and then reattached the propane pipe fitting. So I'm just gonna figure out how I'm gonna put maybe side panels on this and attach it onto the fireplace. I went ahead and got this sheet metal, $5 a piece. It was on sale at Canadian Tire. And I kind of marked it where I'm going to try and cut the bracket to fit it on like that. It's going to be really badly tack welded, like barely holding. So I'm going to see what I can do for reinforcements after I weld that together. And I'm probably going to be putting like something to cover all the horrible welds and stuff, because it's going to look bad. But I'll figure that out when it comes to the finishing stage. But for now, I just want it to be there and supported, and be able to hold itself up, which is what I'm gonna do with those tack welds. So everything is tack welded. It's not that strong, but it's strong enough that it won't like just break on its own, only if it's thrown or smashed, which is not the use of a fireplace. So I'm gonna worry about cleaning that up in the cleanup stage, but next thing to do is test this bad boy out and see if it works as intended. I really hope I don't blow up the house, but as far as I know, everything seems to be in working order. Obviously, I'll have a fire extinguisher and stuff to make sure, but this isn't the outer. This is going to be covered with a like a fire-resistant rubber, like tight rubber fitting, so like you don't see all this bad like welding and stuff, because those tack welds were hard to do because I really was not concise with my cuts. So we finally got to test it. A couple of things when testing it to be safe. I mean, obviously I'm gonna tell you guys not to do this at home because one little mistake and you no longer have a home. But I'm just gonna go through a couple things, little precautions to take to make sure I don't blow this beautiful house up. Okay, first things first, always have a fire extinguisher within arm's reach. Keep the propane tank away from where you're actually testing it, and make sure you are not in an enclosed space like the garage. You want to be out, so if any propane does leak, it goes out into the air, doesn't bundle up in this little hell cloud. I'm going to be testing the connections with dish soap, so any homemade connections I made. And if the soap starts bubbling, I'm going to run the propane first without any fire, run the propane. If the soap starts bubbling, then that means there's a leak and I have to fix it before I bring a lighter to it. But anyways, here we go. Okay, so the propane's running. I'm going to turn the pressure down. And there's no bubbling that I can see on any of the connections. Seems to be coming out of the burners only. I'm going to turn that off. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and test it now. Well, there you have it, guys. We've got flames and the house is still together. This is the regulator here, and you don't want to put it too high. Like, see how the flame's kind of low now, but with the rocks in, it'll kind of disperse. I'm trying to get a better view here. But yeah, with the rocks in, it'll disperse. I had no leaks. Got to make sure to check that. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and kind of finish up the final parts of this project, which is all the touch-ups and finishings. My main concern was that I really wanted it to just work. So now I can like do everything with the lid, the handles, the rocks, fix up this dirty, gross tack weld, and yeah. Okay, so the handle idea didn't work because the steel was too curved and I couldn't drill or weld it. I didn't really have any curved handles or anything like that, and I don't want to go back to the store because I'm near my budget limit. So that's with the aluminum tape all on, so it looks a lot nicer, hide the disgusting gaps and welds. So I'm just going to do a layer or two of paint only on the outside and over the foil. I put the lava rocks in, and I got about 3 coats of paint on here. Obviously it wasn't thinking that straight. Can't really paint aluminum or stainless steel, which is what I grabbed for a lid actually. But I think it'll look nice regardless. Thankfully I found this in my kitchen and it fits perfectly as a lid and it looks nice. So that's the final product. I couldn't get the handles on the side, which sucks, but I mean, they're not needed. You can just grab from the rim right there. Probably be putting a handle on top in a future, at a future time. Not now, because I really don't have much time left to work on this till Christmas, and I'm just gonna give it how it is as long as it works. But it looks nice. Maybe I'll end up painting the top black, maybe I won't, but works great, looks nice. Could do maybe one more coat of paint before I give it up, but happy with what I did here, and I'll show you guys a little video of it running. So I thought it was over and I wasn't really thinking. I realized I can't just rest it on the ground because the whole time I was working on it was on my workbench, so I never realized that like the propane line goes down, so I need to have it off the ground. So I just went out and grabbed some steel and then I built a stand, so I'll show that to you guys right now, and then this is for sure the final product. Okay, so here it is, lid on the stand, just steel welded, just 6 inches off the ground, 16 by 16 square, holding it up. And this is the final product. Works great. Tested it so many times. Looks great in the dark. This lid fits perfectly. I put the handle on, and yeah. So that's the propane fireplace. So if you guys want to do it yourself, I'm not responsible if you guys blow your house up, but give it a go. It's definitely a fun project, and I really recommend it.